Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's laggy. I'm going to just sit down and that because it's not going to work. Yeah, this vlog laggy, but yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, guys, because I need to try to fix what the problem is. But you can either comment down below. Let me know what you think. I want to talk about videos about autism. If you want me to talk about videos about autism, just leave a comment down below if you're interested in that. If you're interested to hear me talk about my autism, talk about my neurodivergence, let me know, leave a comment down below. Give me your suggestions and below in the description. Because I'm talking too fast. Because my autism makes me talk too fast. And that's a sign. That's because I'm highly neurodivergent. Doesn't mean I'm bad. Doesn't mean I'm struggling to communicate clearly. It's because I have a hard time to understand why my thinking difference means I'm processing differently. So that's because sometimes I need to try pay attention to what I'm thinking and learning to acknowledge it. It's the best way to overcome social discrimination. But even though I really want to make a video about there are 5 steps that you could overcome your autism while using your YouTube channel. Like, I'm going to give you 5 steps on how to overcome your autism while using your YouTube channel. And step 1, you need to accept yourself. If you're going to embrace and being able to accept your neurodivergence, it's just because you need to learn to understand how you're communicating. Means you might think more differently, but what other people are thinking about, like how you're acting, it's just sometimes it makes it difficult for people to understand that they can't listen to what you're saying. It's because sometimes it could be really challenging. It could actually lead to challenging behaviours because they could easily make it hard for people to accept that your autism. Like, don't get me wrong, but your autism is not a disease. Your autism is not an illness because it's part of how you experience the world. It's a part of experiencing the world. So I'm trying to spell the world, guys. I'm trying to spell it because I'm dyslexic. See, that's no divergence right there. So I'm trying to learn to experience the world so that people can understandably, tune up what I'm talking about in this video. So they know that you have to understand, embrace and accept your neurodivergence is because your autism is a special superpower that can lead to special interest of hyperfocus on certain topics that people like to share on their videos. And that's how you can easily overcome your autism. And accepting it is the best way to encourage yourself to not people what they think and what you think of them. And that's why you just have to try and understand how to embrace it and accept it. And step 2, you just need to follow the lead. What I mean by following the lead is it's about always adapting and then making sure you can embrace the changes. It's just because you need to learn to understand what they are thinking, and that's just the reason that you have a hard time to translate the word sentences. It could be really daunting, it could be really tiring, it could be really terminating for your life, and it can easily cause you to feel completely detached from your word processor outlooks. Because even when you look at it, Gmail, you have to look out, like, pretending you have an email on your head. You have to pretend you have an email about your identity. You've got to think about your true self. Just imagine you have to code your email to your personality traits. You've got to think about how to, how to encourage the get over your leak is to try learn to cross over the water bridge. That's like you have to show your true colours to the people around you, where you think you can easily show your true colourful rainbows. If that's going to be your special interest, then people will love to listen to what the topic is about. So that's like people can actually understand on what they are thinking. That's why they know what you're saying. So they understand where you're coming from. They understand how to teach yourself to accept your autistic community. And that's a sign that you're willingly to increase the weakness of just trying to understand how to be prepared for your experience. And that's where you have to get ready, get a job, but you don't need to get a job. It's entirely up to you. If you don't need to get a job if you're autistic, then that's fine. If you want to get a different job, for example, YouTube, or using Twitter or using Instagram, connect to a YouTube channel and get more views, then that could be your job, because it's part of your special interest, because that could be something that you can, enjoy something that could be much easier, so that you can easily adapt to everything around you. You know that using a special interest as a YouTube channel is a superpower, because it's your gift, and that's how it works. And step three, you have to try understand on how you're thinking. Well, what I mean, you have to understand what you're thinking, but you have a hard time to explain it clearly because you can't get the words out of your mouth. That could be a sign of why the autism can easily affect you different way of communicating. It's because your communication has a different style of not being able to aesthetically to understand what people are not understanding what you're saying, because of your lip or your tongue. It's not functioning right. And that's because the disability is autism is caused by the chemical imbalance. What I mean by a chemical imbalance is sometimes it can lead to problems with moving your mouth, because it's about mouth coordination. It's about using your mouth coordination. That's why you're not being able to understand why you can't think to talk. You can't think how to speak. The only thing you could possibly overcome it is to try, learn to embrace, to accept that self nature of yourself, and don't forget to be happy who you are. And that's how you have to be happy, enjoy who you are, and just don't overthink it. And step 4, you just need to learn to be yourself. If you want to learn to be yourself, be yourself. If you want to enjoy it, if you don't want to be yourself, just keep masking if you need to, because I don't know, it's because it can be really hard for you to understand what you're coming from. If you can't understand what you're saying, that's because you really have a hard time to relax your understanding about your struggles, because of the struggling ability can be really hard for you to manage these emotions, because it can become really intense. And that's why you have to learn to overcome it, so you don't end up feel like you're struggling, feel like you're completely having a difficult time to communicate with your friends. If you want to choose a course, you go to college and do a YouTube community course. That can easily help you get YouTube friends to check out your YouTube channel, and then they can easily help you to increase your views and talk about your autism to your friends, so that they can clearly understand you, where you're coming from. Because if you don't talk about it to your friends, then they're never gonna know that you're autistic. That's bad. You shouldn't never ever hide your autistic traits to tell your friends that question to your friends. They might not understand that, because they might think they might have a hard time to understand, because you're keeping a secret, and that's not healthy. You shouldn't do that. But that's why you have to try and remember to try learn to accept your autism. Is the best way to overcome your struggles of challenging behaviours, is to try accept it, embrace it. And that's how it works. And step 5, maybe you just don't have to get too carried away. See, what I mean by not getting too carried away, you don't have to push yourself too hard. You don't have to feel like you're going to go through struggling times. You don't have to feel that really difficult, because if you do, then you're never going to learn to make friends, because people don't want to be your friends if you're not going to talk about your autism. Then you have to tell them the truth. You have to tell them the truth about your true identity, because that's why you feel like it's going to be really hard for you to manage, is to try teach your friends to embrace your autism, so they can easily accept you're neurodivergent, so you can accept that you're different, so you can accept that you're completely unique. That doesn't mean it's bad to be unique, it's fine to be unique. So what's the point if we can't learn to be good at something that you're not? If you're unique, doesn't mean it could be causing you to claim you might have. No, it doesn't, because it makes you feel better. It makes you be happy who you are. It makes you happy to be yourself, and that's how it works. And that's my 5 tips for the day, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've got comments, let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to talk about autism, just leave a comment down below. Give me your suggestions, give me your opinion, what you guys think, and let me know. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this video helps. I'll try to keep talking about it. I'll try to do more autism videos. I don't have a hard time to talk, because my jaw muscles keep getting strangled when I'm speaking. I don't know why, because I'm trying to talk while using my tongue and my mouth and my lips, because it's not functioning. It's because my autism is causing that. But it's just normal. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you there.